Hello and welcome to episode number 4. It is time for our first live pay-per-view in WITM history. This should become a regular thing if everybody enjoys it. And just like WrestleMania, we have 3 WITM matches for you on this Money in the Bank card. But unlike WrestleMania, all 3 of those WITM matches are title matches, with a WIT member either defending a championship or competing for one. So while everybody gets in, that is going to be watching live. Let's take a look at our Money in the Bank card. First up is now we have 10 WITM matches altogether. So 10 matches on the card altogether, so we had to do it on 2 separate saves, 3 on 1 save, and then 7 on the other save. Our first 2 WIT matches are on the first save with 3 are on the first save with 3 of the 10 matches. They are our first match we'll be airing, which is The Shield. They've been dominant as SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Dalton Roush and Roman Reigns of The Shield, accompanied by Seth Rollins, are going to be taking on the NXT Tag Team Champions, Sanity. They'll be represented by Eric Young, their leader, and Killian Dane, and accompanied by Alexander Wolf for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Then secondly, it's a rematch of a few episodes ago where we had a disappointing squash match. It's going to be Andrew getting a rematch against Lince Dorado for the Cruiserweight Championship. Andrew looking to capture his impressive 5th WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Then we have the 8-woman Money in the Bank ladder match featuring all of the women that won qualifying matches on either Raw or SmackDown Live. It's going to be Sonya Deville, Carmella, Ronda Rousey, Bayley, Mickie James, Natalya, Charlotte, and Peyton Royce, all battling to become Miss Money in the Bank. And then we'll go on to our other save and show you the other matches. And then we will get into our first of 3 WITA matches, which is going to be The Shield defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Sanity. Alright, the first match on the card is going to be Bobby Lashley defending the Intercontinental Championship against Constable Baron Corbin. Next up, we have Alexa Bliss. She's going to be defending her Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax. Then we have the SmackDown Women's Championship being defended as the unlikely SmackDown Women's Champion, Mandy Rose, is going to be defending against Becky Lynch. Then we have our third WITA matchup. Gerald is going to be defending his United States Championship for the first time against recent call-up from NXT, Andrade Cien Almas, the former NXT champion. He'll be accompanied by Zelina Vega. Then we have Kevin Owens, who has been pretty much unstoppable for the last 2 WITM seasons, and currently holds the Universal Championship that he defeated WITM's Gerald for. He's going to be defending against the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, who will be accompanied by Sunil Singh. Next up, we have WWE Championship on the line. It's going to be Kane defending in a last man standing match against Samoa Joe. And then finally, we have the 8-man men's Money in the Bank ladder match between the 8 men who won qualifying matches on either Raw or SmackDown. It's going to be AJ Styles, Big E, No Way Jose, Finn Balor, Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, and John Cena, all battling for the right to become Mr. Money in the Bank. Alright, so now that we've revealed the Money in the Bank card, let's get into our first of 3 WITM matches on the card. So we'll go into our save that has our first 2 WITM matches. Hey, we gained a new subscriber. We're up to 11. That's awesome. Hit start show. I found an option to turn off the show intro, so we don't have to go through that anymore.
Enough of the preliminaries. Here we go. Tag team matchup on the way.
And it looks like 2 of the 3 members of Sanity are in the top 5 of the power rankings, so they'll be coming in with a massive momentum bonus and a good chance at becoming new SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Championship match is on the line, and it's all happening next.
It's Sanity
against the Shield.
Both these superstars have earned it. Now let's see who gets it done.
Alright, the tale of the tape, Sanity. They have been NXT Tag Team Champions for a very, very long time. They've been called up to SmackDown Live during the Superstar Shakeup. They still appear on NXT as NXT Tag Team Champions. It was actually Andrew and Austin Aries a while back when they were the Cows with Guns that Sanity defeated to become NXT Tag Team Champions. That's how long that they've held on to those titles. On the other hand, you have the Shield. They have held the SmackDown Tag Team titles for quite a while. It started off as Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose holding the SmackDown Tag Team titles, but then Dean Ambrose got injured in real life and was attacked by, at the time, CWO member Brian Kendrick and injured. Dalton Roush stepped up and took his place, successfully retained the titles at Fastlane, the pay-per-view before WrestleMania, for the SmackDown brand, and they have been on a tear ever since. Dalton is coming in with a record of 6-2 that is currently the best out of the WITM4. Will he remain SmackDown Tag Team Champions against a very tough Sanity team that has 2 of the 3 members of the top 5 in the power rankings in Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane? Let's find out which one of these teams is walking out SmackDown Tag Team Champions in our first of 3 WITM matches. It's going to be Sanity, represented by Eric Young, and Killian Dane, and accompanied by Alexander Wolf, versus the Shield, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, represented by Dalton Roush and Roman Reigns, and accompanied by Seth Rollins. Let's get the SmackDown Tag Team Championship matchup underway.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our Tag Team Championship match.
And this is the one I've been waiting for all day, Cole. What these teams can do inside that ring never ceases to amaze me.
Amazingly, guys, the champ doesn't seem even remotely concerned about this title defense.
Well, he better be, Cole, because I guarantee you, this title defense will be no walk in the park for him.
Introducing the challengers. At a combined weight of 554 pounds, Eric Young and Killian Dane. Sanity! And introducing the champions. At a combined weight of 522 pounds, they are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, LTN Ross and Roman Reigns. The Shield.
Don't change that dial.
There's the bell. This SmackDown Tag Team Championship match is underway. It's going to be Dalton and Roush getting things started
It's easy to see why.
for the Shield, and Eric Young getting things started for Sanity. Dalton with an arm trip into the corner. Young reverses with a series of elbows.
Oh, I think this man means
There's
business.
a reverse DDT from Eric Young.
He has him right where he wants him.
Young to the middle rope, wants Dalton on his feet,
And he hits him
and connects with a diving drop kick. Two of the most dominant tag teams we've had in WITM colliding here in this matchup. Only one can walk out the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Will it be the current NXT Tag Team Champion, Sanity, or will it be the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Shield? Both of which have held on to their respective titles for a very long time. Dalton with an on-average trip into the Shield corner. Is he going to make the tag to Roman Reigns? No, looks like we're having a bit of a glitch here. There we go. Dalton with a one-handed slam to Eric Young. Forces Young to his feet. And an out trip into the Shield corner. Dalton forcing Eric Young again into the corner. And using the top rope to wear down the back of Eric Young. Killian Dane wants a mercy tag. Young can't quite get there, but he will reverse and force Dalton back down to the canvas. There's a stomp from Young. Forces Dalton up.
As motivated as he clearly is here tonight.
Young trying to move Dalton into the Sandy corner. Dalton's going to fight it off with a series of elbows. There's an Irish whip into the Shield corner, and in comes Roman Reigns for a double team attack. Roman with a stomp to the back of Eric Young, trying desperately to get to Killian Dane, but of course prevented of that by Roman Reigns. Finally, Young will get to his feet, and now he will make that tag. No emergency tag needed to big Killian Dane.
Look at Roman Reigns here.
If Sandy can pull off the victory here, they'll hold two of the three tag team championships, that being the NXT Tag Team Championships and the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Dane with a series of kicks to the chest of Roman Reigns before hitting a clothesline and a stomp to the back. Roman perhaps trying to get over to Dalton for a tag, but prevented by Killian Dane.
Hits him with the uppercut.
There's a huge uppercut from Dane. Roman responding with a punch of his own. Irish trips Dane and hits the headbutt.
Attention in a hurry.
Roman thought about perhaps going over to Dalton for a tag, but instead elects to continue the attack, targeting the leg of Dane. Roman forces Dane to his feet.
What a display of unmitigated strength.
And there's the suplex from Roman Reigns. Eric Young looking for a emergency tag. Dane is going to be prevented by getting there with that stomp.
Slow down a bit here. As the #1 contender, you can bet he's the envy of so many.
Superman punch from Roman Reigns, wasting no time looking for a spear. They want to make quick work of their opponents.
Spear!
And the spear connects.
Could be it, guys. That's one way to get your frequent flyer miles.
Are the Shield going to walk out of Money in the Bank still SmackDown Tag Team Champions?
A kick out.
No, Dane's got power out of it too.
Continue.
Roman forces Dane up. There's an Irish whip into the Shield corner. And now Irish whip into the Sanity corner. And there's a clothesline from Reigns. Eric Young once again putting his hand up for the tag, but Dane can't get there. Dane looking for the belly-to-belly suplex, but a reversal from Reigns. The Shield currently in firm control. Alexander Wolf trying to bring in a chair for his fellow Sandy brothers. However, this is not a no disqualification match. If somebody uses that chair, there will be a disqualification. And of course, the title cannot change hands via disqualification or countout.
He clearly did his homework heading into
There's a reversal by Dane.
Roman Reigns saw that one coming.
Yet another reversal by Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns may have it.
Reigns with the sit-out crucifix powerbomb.
By Roman Reigns.
That has got to be it. Now Roman Reigns needs to capitalize on
Reigns
this
goes for cover, and there must have been a rope break there. Actually, no, the referee was distracted by Alexander Wolf.
There's the gut-wrench suplex.
There's a huge
looking to make it.
slam, and now finally Dane is going to make that emergency tag to the leader of Sandy, Eric Young. Reigns is distracted by Alexander Wolf, and that's going to allow Eric Young to go on the attack.
Championship match with a full tank of gas and ready for a fight.
Eric Young going for being a comedy character in TNA. At one point, one half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champions with ODB and TNA, to the creepy, fearsome leader of the dominant stable known as Sanity. Now part of SmackDown Live.
Yeah, down. And I can tell
Young,
you it's not a pleasant trip.
using the snake eyes.
Reverses that one.
Roman immediately gets back to his feet and gets on the attack.
Got him with the powerbomb.
There's a powerbomb from Reigns.
Here is Roman Reigns in position
looking
now.
for the spear. Good opportunity with Killian Dane out of play currently. Reversed by Eric Young. If that hit, we may have seen the Shield retain their SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Good ring awareness by Eric Young. Roman forced back to his feet.
Tag Team Champions tonight.
And a reversal by Reigns.
To be contained.
Young forced into the Shield corner.
And tagged in as well.
In comes Dalton for a double team attack. Killian Dane paying close attention.
WWE locker room here.
Dalton now the legal man for the Shield,
and look at the pain in those eyes right now.
Just throwing Eric Young on top of those ropes. Killian Dane already looking for an emergency tag.
He's too quick for him there.
Reversal by Young. Now Young looking for mounted punches. And they connect. Dalton forced to his feet.
There's the suplex.
Suplex by Eric Young. Dalton again forced up.
What are the odds that we'll see
And a huge throw from Eric Young, somewhat of a power bomb. And now Eric Young,
yeah, that did some big time
he's telling
damage,
Dalton to bring it, just taunting one half of SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
He's fighting back,
but Dalton had plenty of time to recover and is able to reverse. And now Dalton taunting as well, trying to get the WWE Universe behind the Shield as Killian Dane looks for a mercy tag, but Young doesn't quite know where he is.
And he lands a nice counter.
There's an elbow strike from Young. And a belly-to-belly suplex. Stomp to the arm.
Dangerously close to getting out of control for him.
If you told me heading into this match
There's
that
a
he was
reversal
going to
by
absorb
Dalton.
so much punishment, I would have called you a liar.
Dalton out of
Especially
nowhere
you,
with his
Seth.
finisher, the
But then again,
baby
I never
rock
believe
bottom.
anything that comes out of your
Goes for cover.
Unfortunately for him, I don't think his opponent is nearly as respectful.
And the Shield
This one is
are going to
over.
remain the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Dalton improves to a very impressive record of 7-2, and it seems like nobody's going to be able to stop the Shield in their SmackDown Tag Team Championship reign. For the second time in a row, the Shield just defend their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the normally dominant Sanity and walk out still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners and still SmackDown Tag Team Champions, LTN Ross and Roman Reigns. The Shield.
Big pinfall victory here tonight.
That's a big win right there. Anytime you can pin another WWE competitor's shoulders to the mat for the 3 count, you should be proud.
The action we see each and every year at Money in the Bank simply never ceases to amaze me.
All right, our next match is Andrew versus Lince Dorado. It is the next match on the card, so we can just go straight to it.
The wait is over. This one's for all the marbles, and it's coming up next. We have a real fan favorite against an imposing adversary.
Can't ask for more than a title match.
And I'm not sure why there's music playing in the background. You guys probably can't hear it because I mutes all the music played during a loading screen before. Anyway. Alright, so sorry I was distracted a little bit by that random music. Anyways. So this is a rematch of about a week and a half ago in which the game decided that it would be a random rivalry match and that Lince Dorado would squash Andrew. With all the people tuning in, we all thought that was unfair, and we've turned off the rivalry system. So now the game will no longer be able to predetermine winners and losers in a match. Every match will be completely simulation-based and fair. And here we have a fair rematch between Andrew, who has already gotten back to number 1 contendership anyways and earned this match either way. It's Lince Dorado defending his Cruiserweight Championship in a fair match against Andrew Spudstrong. He's looking for his very impressive 5th WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Andrew is coming in with a record of 7-3-2. So let's get this Cruiserweight Championship rematch underway.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
Corey, what do you think of the champ's chances here tonight?
I love him. I'm not like everybody else, Cole. It seems like everybody's ready to write the champ's demise, but not me.
Corey, what's going through the champ's head right now heading into this title defense?
Well, by the look on his face, I'd say nothing. I mean, look at him. He's completely stone-faced in there.
Introducing the challenger from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 168 pounds, Andrew. Introducing the champion from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 181 pounds, he is the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Lance the Doll.
If you even think about moving, you better apologize.
There is a prize on the line, a prize that Andrew has been very passionate about and sacrificed so much just to have the opportunity to compete for it. He's held it 4 times before. He's defeated Lince Dorado for it before. He wants to do it again and become a 5-time Cruiserweight champion. 8 if you count the 3 he held in ECW Velocity.
And he knows a thing or two
Dorado
about
forces
competing in
Andrew
big-time
to his
matches
feet.
like this, which you'd have to think gives him the advantage.
There's a knee to the
going
head
in.
of Andrew. Irish up into the ropes. And a great drop kick from Dorado. I think he hurt himself a little bit there too. There's a kick to the back. Andrew forced to a knee. And there's a huge running bulldog from Andrew. Andrew forces Dorado up. Irish up into the ropes, and Andrew's going to miss with a drop kick. But there's a left punch from Andrew and a reversal throw by Lince Dorado. There's a knee to the head of Andrew.
How you land the big strike just brings him down with authority.
There's a sit-out slam from Dorado.
The challenger's taking on
Dorado showing off some
You can bet he's not going to let this golden opportunity slip so easily.
impressive power.
You're going to absorb some
And
punishment
there's a
in wrestling
diving
match. It
attack
just goes
from
along
Lince
with the
Dorado.
territory, and he
Looking
knows
pretty
that.
strong so
I
far
doubt
in this
he's all that
Cruiserweight
concerned
Championship
at this point.
defense.
But I wouldn't go so far as to say he's
Dorado goes for cover, center ring,
attempt.
hoping to make quick work of
This one's
Andrew
far
once
from
again.
over. Try
And
for
Andrew's
it
going to
early.
power out at 1.
Oh, man, right on the top of
Elbow
the
strike
head.
from Dorado. What a move from Andrew there to come off from lying down on his back on the mat straight into a
This
Hurricane
guy can
Rana.
go toe-to-toe
Now
with
Andrew
anybody.
pounding his fist into the forehead of Dorado, forcing him to his feet.
Look at this.
And now to a seated position. Andrew going on the technical attack, looking to weaken the head of Dorado, but Dorado's going to get to his feet and reverse with a series of elbows. There's an Irish whip into the corner. Andrew evading the running attack and connecting with a swinging neck breaker. Andrew misses with a stomp. There's a kick from Dorado.
Superstars are as dominant as this guy.
And a great reversal by Andrew into a
Expected
DDT.
nothing less, Cole.
Andrew forces Dorado up. There's a punch from Andrew.
He's not going to go quietly.
And I think he may have been looking for a rolling knee bar there, but reversed by Dorado. Now Dorado coming off the ropes with a disaster kick out of Cody Rhodes' playbook. And we've seen this move before. It's a signature maneuver of Dorado's.
Right now. The challenger is starting to feel the pressure of this high-profile championship match.
Dorado getting fired up here, trying to get the WWE Universe behind him in this Cruiserweight Championship defense. Meanwhile, Andrew trying to get over to the ropes to get back to his feet. But instead, he'll eat the finisher of Dorado, the move that put him away before, the stunner.
Can he do it here?
Does Dorado once again retain over Andrew?
Well, I thought he had
no, this time Andrew got powered out at 2.5. Dorado, in disbelief, he thought once again he retained his title over Andrew, but this match will continue. We all know that in a fair fight, it's going to take much more than that to put away Andrew Spudstrong. Dorado forcing Andrew closer to the ring. Andrew needs to get back on the attack or he will lose this rematch to Lince Dorado.
The challenger in some big trouble.
Andrew,
here. He may be number one
or rather Dorado, trying to weaken the arms of Andrew.
Guys, it's a wonder he's
now
even able to
Andrew
stand
up
at this point. If I'm the referee, I'm seriously considering stopping this match.
Dorado looking very strong in this Cruiserweight Championship defense. Goes for a cover.
With the title on the line.
And Andrew's got power out at 1.5.
Kick out of that.
What a match. Ain't no stopping him now.
Dorado looking for some technical offense, trying to weaken the arm of Andrew again, but this time Andrew's going to reverse and lock in the rolling knee bar. This move alone can, in matches, it's in great position, center ring, but Dorado's going to break the hold.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
Andrew in the corner, trying to get the WWE Universe behind him. Meanwhile, Dorado trying to get back to his feet.
I think we're at the point in this match where the finisher could be used at any moment here.
Andrew hits the neck breaker. Now he's thinking flatline. If this hits, Andrew may become a 5-time Cruiserweight champion.
He might have it. No,
but no, it's going to be reversed by Lince Dorado. That may have just kept his Cruiserweight Championship reign alive there. We know that rolling knee bar and flatline combination is usually enough to end a match.
He's taking a long time to get up, guys.
Perhaps playing a little
Dorado
possum here, Cole.
A move like that is
with a
so
wheelbarrow
brutal.
into a neck breaker.
Andrew
avoids the stomp.
Ring ever again.
Andrew looking for a DDT, and another reversal by Lince Dorado. He goes for a cover.
He's on the ropes and the ref wisely
Andrew powers out immediately. I think he may caught a rope break there. There's a kick to the back of Andrew.
Wow, he just slammed
Brainbuster from Dorado. Andrew trying to get over to the ropes, but instead forced up by Dorado for another signature maneuver.
There's no recovering from that.
Now that's how you successfully defend your title.
Dorado goes for a cover close to center ring. Does he remain Cruiserweight champion? No, Andrew powers out at 2, and again Lince Dorado asking himself what is it going to take to put Andrew away and remain Cruiserweight champion.
He's on Dream Street.
Oh,
there's an uppercut from Andrew.
He's looking at it. It's just a matter of time.
There's a power bomb into a cover.
Nobody comes back from this.
Now locked into a Boston Crab. And Andrew is going to
breaks it. I can't believe it.
Pull the leg of Dorado and
I'm with you, Cole. So unbelievable
break the hold.
Out of that.
There's a great reversal from Andrew into a reverse DDT. Andrew getting fired up, trying to regain momentum in this matchup. Forces Dorado up. Is Andrew going for a comeback sequence here, perhaps?
Not sure he is.
Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. This will score him a rolling knee bar signature maneuver if it is successful.
That's the way.
And it is. Because this will be what Andrew needs to pick up the momentum in this matchup. Second rolling knee bar locked in. This match, that move can end matches if it's locked in twice, and it's center ring locked in well.
I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in.
But Dorado is going to break the hold.
He's not getting
Andrew again seeking the support of the WWE Universe. Dorado trying to get back to his feet. There's a series of strikes from Andrew. Dorado forced up.
Here he goes.
Andrew looking for that flat line. This time it will connect. Is Andrew about to become a 5-time Cruiserweight champion? No, Dorado powers out at 2. 2 rolling knee bars and a flat line, but Dorado still fights on. It is not very often that you see that. There's elbow strikes from Andrew. Uppercut from Lince Dorado. We have a pre-epic cruiserweight matchup here. The cruiserweight matchup we deserved that we were hoping to see last time, but we're getting it here at Money in the Bank.
Brutal attack to the top of the head.
There's a great top rope maneuver from Lince Dorado. Dorado goes for cover.
No, he kicks out.
Nearly remains cruiserweight champion. He thought he had a 3 count there, but Andrew powered out 2.5, and this match continues. Dorado forcing Andrew closer center ring. There's a lion salt. Dorado forces Andrew up.
Slammed right down on his back and neck.
And there's a brain buster from Dorado. Forces Andrew up again. Our trip into the corner. Andrew with a huge DDT, plunging the head of Dorado into the mat. Third rolling knee bar. Usually 2 is enough to end a match. Is this going to get Andrew's third cruiserweight championship? No. The foot barely catching the rope. There's another huge DDT by Andrew. Andrew forces Dorado up.
Oh no, a counter.
Reversal by Dorado. Goes for cover.
1, 2, and he manages.
Andrew again barely able to power out at 2.5. Near fall after near fall. This is the type of cruiserweight match we've been craving, and we're getting it here.
Oh, here we go. That was
huge swinging neck breaker by Andrew. Andrew looking for his second flat line.
Momentum clearly in his corner. Oh, man. What a nasty
it connects.
STO. This could
is the foot far enough away from the ropes?
He is a one-man gang in there.
Yes, but somehow Lince Dorado is going to power out of a second flatline. He's taken 3 rolling knee bars, 2 flatlines. That's usually enough to put away any opponent, but Dorado fights on and now hits his own signature maneuver, but is low on stamina.
Any way you look at it, that was impressive. Well, unless you're his opponent.
Dorado with the standing knee drop. Forces Andrew up.
No, there's the reversal.
There's a reversal by Andrew. Andrew knows that Dorado has another stunner waiting in the wings. He cannot afford to take it. He needs to keep up an attack. Andrew goes for cover.
Title on the line. 2.
And Dorado powers out at 2. Yet another near fall. No matter what the result is. What a great cruiserweight championship matchup between these 2 talented cruiserweights and multi-time cruiserweight champions. There's a chop block from Andrew. Forces Dorado up. A 4th rolling knee bar. This time he's got great position. Lince Dorado taps. Andrew becomes a 5-time cruiserweight champion. Andrew adding to his already very, very impressive WWE resume, and he becomes a 5-time WWE Cruiserweight champion rather. Improves to an impressive record of 8-3-1 on the Universe here. And in a epic cruiserweight matchup, for the second time, he will defeat Lince Dorado to become the cruiserweight champion. Congratulations to Andrew on an impressive 5th WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew.
Kicking off the night with an impressive victory.
And you just know the rest of the card is watching in the back, wondering how in the world they're going to follow that.
The action we see each and every year at Money in the Bank simply never ceases to amaze me.
All right, that was the type of cruiserweight matchup we were looking for. 3 backpack drops from Lince Dorado and a stunner. 4 rolling knee bars from Andrew. It took to put Lince Dorado away.
Equal that last one. If you didn't think about moving, you better apologize.
As well as 2 flat lines. Lince Dorado taking a lot more of Andrew's offense than most of Andrew's opponents have ever been able to do. But unfortunately, Andrew just gave him a little bit too much, and Andrew walking out a 5-time WWE Cruiserweight Championship on top of the 3 ECW Cruiserweight Championships that he held, improving to a record of 8-3-2 in what was a great Cruiserweight Championship matchup. But now Money in the Bank rolls on. We have our first non-WITM match and our first of 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. Who is going to become Miss Money in the Bank and getting guaranteed opportunity at either the Raw or SmackDown Women's Championship? Will it be Bayley, Mickie James, Ronda Rousey, or Natalya from Raw? Or will it be Carmella, Charlotte, Sonya Deville, or Peyton Royce from SmackDown Live? It is going to be probably the most unlikely suspect here. A woman who had to win a second chance qualifying match in order to even qualify for this match is going to be Peyton Royce of the Iconics, becoming Miss Money in the Bank. She has a guaranteed shot at the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now we move on to our other save with our other 7 Money in the Bank ladder matches, or Money in the Bank matches, rather. And we'll start the show.
Now it's time for one of the most anticipated Money in the Bank matches anybody can remember. Don't go anywhere.
First, let me just write down that Peyton Royce won that other match. Alright, first up on the card, we have an Intercontinental Championship defense. Bobby Lashley defends against Stephanie McMahon's eyes and ears, Constable Baron Corbin. And Bobby Lashley is going to remain the Intercontinental Champion. Next up, we have Alexa Bliss against Nia Jax. And Alexa Bliss is going to remain the Raw Women's Champion. Then we have our other Women's Championship match. Mandy Rose defends her SmackDown Women's Championship against Becky Lynch. And Mandy Rose is going to remain SmackDown Women's Champion, retaining against Becky Lynch. And now we have our third and final of 3 WITM matches on the Money in the Bank card. Let's go ahead and get that loading up.
The wait is over. This one's for all the marbles, and it's coming up next. We have a real fan favorite versus a formidable opponent.
High stakes, don't miss it.
Alright, Gerald. He defeated John Cena and Xavier Woods in a United States Championship Open Challenge on SmackDown issued by John Cena against any 2 opponents to become the United States Champion. This is Gerald's first defense. He is coming in on a little bit of a cold streak, currently sitting exactly at 500 on with a record of 3-3. But of course, I'm sure he is going to turn it up here. Gerald is, most of those losses have come in multi-man matches, but similar to Corey, when Gerald is in a singles matchup and can control the pace of the match, he is very, very dangerous. And so, still, Gerald coming in with the champion's advantage here in this matchup. He's taken on Andrade Cien Almas, a recent call-up from NXT, accompanied by his manager Zelina Vega, formerly known as Rosita in TNA, looking to make an impact early into his career on the main roster. by becoming United States Champion. So here we go with our third United States Championship match. Gerald makes his first United States Championship defense against Andrade Cien Almas, accompanied by Zelina Vega. Let's get this United States Championship matchup underway.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
Here we go, gentlemen. Huge title match coming up.
And a huge opportunity for the champ to prove to everyone that there truly is none better in all of WWE right now.
Corey, is it safe to say that this championship reign has never been in more jeopardy than it is here tonight?
That's an absolutely fair assessment, Cole. In fact, I'd go so far as to say this is the night we see a new champion crowned.
Introducing the challenger from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 277 pounds, Adrian Chen, the superstar. Introducing the champion from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Gerald.
This has all the makings of a legendary night.
And there is a prize on the line. Gerald making his first United States Championship defense against a recent NXT call-up in the form of Andrade Cien Almas, hoping to make an impact on the main roster by shortly into his main roster career on SmackDown, becoming United States Champion. Andrade Cien Almas, a very popular superstar on NXT. There's a stomp to the arm of Almas.
He's displaying
and a knee to the
classic
back.
Offense here.
Garrod forces Almas to his feet. Reversal by Almas.
He's really putting his athleticism on display here.
Almas leading Garrod into the corner and coming off the ropes with an arm drag.
Winds up and lands the
There's a
overhand
punch to the back. Forces Garrod to a seated position. Now to a knee.
Nicely
And just throwing him onto the mat. And taunting Garrod. There's a kick to the back of the leg, but misses with the stomp. Forces Garrod into a seated position. Garrod is able to reverse. Garrod reversing with a right punch. Goes for a kick, but the leg is caught by Almas, and he's going to go into a variation of a Boston Crab, but with the legs of
wow, he got out.
Garrod tied together.
I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in.
Garrod is able to break the hold. Almas with another arm drag. Garrod is going to try to recover outside with Zelina Vega looking on, trying to get Garrod back into the ring, but he'll do so himself.
To this point, but that can obviously all change here.
Almas with a knee to the face of Garrod, forcing him back down to the mat and a stomp. Reversal by Garrod, attacking the arm.
Challenger starting to falter. He's going to have to find a way to fend off the champ here.
Hey,
Garrod forces Almas to his feet. There's a right from Garrod.
And he knows
and a Russian leg sweep. Garrod goes for a cover, looking to make quick work of Almas and retain, but he powers out at one.
And it's reversed.
There's a reversal by Almas.
And
Hurricane Rana.
From that one.
Almas getting fired up as Garrod tries to get back to his feet. Garrod with the reversal.
He's too quick for him there.
There's an Irish whip into the corner.
When this guy's on, look
and
out.
A clothesline from Garrod. Garrod forces Almas up. There's the big boot signature maneuver. But Garrod is distracted by Zelina Vega before he can perhaps use his finisher. There's a neck breaker from Almas. Almas working the arm of Garrod and now targeting the head with a submission maneuver. It's locked in well.
Nicely done.
And Garrod is able to break the hold with Almas landing on that middle rope.
Surprised, Michael. I did not
Garrod goes
see
for a
that one
cover. Almas powers out. Garrod forces Almas up. There's his finisher, the spear. Is Garrod about to remain United States champion? Perhaps, but the referee distracted by Zelina Vega.
He gets him with a reversal.
Garrod forced up.
Look out.
Huge DDT from Almas. Vega bringing a chair into play, but if that chair gets used, Garrod will walk out still United States champion. This is not a no disqualification match.
Heading into tonight.
Almas forcing Garrod into a seated position, going on the technical attack, targeting the head of Garrod. Garrod is going to reverse.
What's he doing? Just look at this man.
Zelina Vega trying to loosen the top turnbuckle, but caught by the referee. Garrod on the apron, elects not to go under the springboard attack, and now they take the fight outside. Almas makes his way back into the ring, so does Garrod. Referee finally noticing the chair and taking it out of play.
These superstars look determined to destroy each other here tonight, which is what you would expect, I guess, when the gold is on the line.
Oh boy!
Series of elbow strikes to the back of Almas from Garrod. He goes for cover.
This could be it. True testament
and Almas powers out at one. Garrod asks
lose.
himself what it's going to take to put away Almas to remain United States champion. He's hit the big boot. He's hit the spear. He's done damage outside. So how about a second big boot?
This one is, it's all academic
and someone's been busted open. Almas goes into a cover. And somehow, with no signature or finisher, becomes United States champion. Not quite sure how. but Almas, I guess he's caught Garrett off guard there with that pin attempt. Garrett, unfortunately, after his first U.S. title defense, is going to lose his United States Championship, dropping to a record of 3-4. And with a little assistance from Zelina Vega, Andrade Almas becomes the new United States champion.
Adrian Chen, the superstar.
Big win despite absorbing a huge amount of punishment there.
I think he just put the entire WWE roster on notice with that victory.
That match certainly lived up to the expectations of what you would see here at Money in the Bank.
All right, so unfortunately, Gerald's short United States Championship reign is going to end after his first defense. Not quite sure how, but
well,
Gerald definitely controlled most of that match.
Should be just as good. Singles action coming your way.
But Gerald will start to climb back up the rankings towards perhaps getting a rematch, or maybe turning his focus now to the WWE Championship. Maybe this will open up a better opportunity for Gerald. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, Money in the Bank rolls on. Just let me write down that last result real quick. All right. Kevin Owens defends his Universal Championship against the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, accompanied by Sunil Singh. And Kevin Owens is going to remain the Universal Champion, continuing his absolute dominance. Really, ever since WITM Season 2, it seems like there has not been a moment all the way since Season 2 that Kevin Owens has not held some sort of championship. Kane currently running for mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee, so once he drops the title, he will be off the roster for the time being. But for now, he's still WWE Champion. Will Samoa Joe be the man to uncrown him? No, he will not. Kane's going to be sticking around a little longer. He remains WWE Champion by defeating Samoa Joe. And finally, in the main event, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Will Mr. Money in the Bank be Finn Balor, Dolph Ziggler, No Way Jose, or Seth Rollins from Raw? Or will it be Big E, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, or John Cena from SmackDown Live? It is going to be Seth Rollins of The Shield, becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. So let me just write down that result real quick, and then we will see how these results affect the rankings on Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live. After this loading screen, of course. Alright, we will start off with the women. We'll start off with the Raw women. Alexa Bliss defeated Nia Jax to remain Raw Women's Champion. Bliss remains champion. Jax falls all the way to number 7. And your Raw Women's Championship rankings, the champion Alexa Bliss, number 1 contender Ronda Rousey, Natalya in 2nd, then Bayley in 3rd, Sasha Banks 4th, Sarah Logan 5th, Mickie James 6th, Nia Jax 7th, Liv Morgan 8th, Ember Moon 9th, Ruby Riott 10th, Dana Brooke is 11th. In the SmackDown Women's Championship rankings, Mandy Rose defeated Becky Lynch to remain SmackDown Women's Champion. Rose is still champion, and Lynch falls to number 6. In your SmackDown Women's Championship rankings, the champion, Mandy Rose. Number 1 contender, Charlotte. Number 2, Sonya Deville. Number 3, Peyton Royce. Number 4, Billie Kay. Number 5, Carmella. Number 6, Becky Lynch. Number 7, Asuka. Number 8, Lana. And number 9, Naomi. And now the tag team divisions. The Revival did not have to defend their Raw Tag Team titles, so no change in these rankings, but I'll read them off anyway since I'm doing all the other ones. The Revival Raw Tag Team Champions, the number 1 contenders, The Shield. Number 2, Dolph Ziggler and McIntyre. Number 3, The Ascension. Number 4, Titus Worldwide. Number 5, The Authors of Pain. Number 6, Breezango. Number 7, The B Team. Number 8, The Deleter of Worlds. And number 9, Heath Slater and Rhino. Now the SmackDown Tag Team Division. The Shield defeated Sandy to remain SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Sandy drops to number 2. The Shield are still SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Their number 1 contender is The Bar. Number 2 is Sanity. Number 3, The Usos. Number 4, The Club. Number 5, Bludgeon Brothers. And number 6, New Day. Now the mid-card titles. Starting with the Intercontinental Championship. Bobby Lashley defeated Baron Corbin. Lashley to remain Intercontinental Champion. Lashley still champion. And Corbin falls to number 6. That means Corey is going to, for free, re-enter the top 5 at number 5. Kevin Owens defeated Jinder Mahal to remain Universal Champion. Owens remains number 1 contender. Mahal falls to number 10. So your Intercontinental Championship rankings, the champion, Bobby Lashley. Number 1 contender, Kevin Owens. Number 2, No Way Jose. Number 3, Roman Reigns. Number 4, Mike Kanellis. Number 5, Corey. Number 6, Baron Corbin. Number 7, Bobby Roode. Number 8, Dolph Ziggler. Number 9, Dalton Roush. Number 10, Jinder Mahal. Number 11, Seth Rollins. Number 12, Kurt Hawkins. Number 13, Mojo Rawley. Number 14, Finn Balor. Number 15, Goldust. Number 16, Braun Strowman. Number 17, Chad Gable. Number 18, Elias. Number 19, Zack Ryder. Now the United States Championship rankings. Andrade Cien Almas defeated Gerald to become the new United States Champion. So Almas, of course, is champion, and Gerald falls down to number 2, but still very much in the hunt to get a U.S. title rematch in 4 weeks at our next pay-per-view, which is Extreme Rules. Kane defeated Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe moves down to number 7. Kane is not in these rankings. So your U.S. title rankings, the new champion is Andrade Cien Almas. Number 1 contender, AJ Styles. Number 2, Gerald. Number 3, John Cena. Number 4, Kofi Kingston. Number 5, The Miz. Number 6, Randy Orton. Number 7, Samoa Joe. Number 8, Rusev. Number 9, Daniel Bryan. Number 10, Sin Cara. Number 11, Jeff Hardy. Number 12, Eric Young. Number 13, R-Truth. 14, Ty Dillinger. 15, Aiden English. And number 16, Primo Colon. Now the major titles, starting with the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Oh, and because it was on the other save, it still has Dorado as champion, so I need to fix that. Andrew is the new Cruiserweight Champion for the 5th time in his career, and 8th counting his 3 titles in ECW. Lindsay Dorado moves down to number 2, and your Cruiserweight rankings. The new Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew Spudstrong. Number 1 contender, Mustafa Ali. Number 2, the former champion, Lindsay Dorado. Number 3, Kalisto. Number 4, Grand Metalik. Number 5, Buddy Murphy. Number 6, Hideo Itami. Number 7, Arya Davari. Number 8, Mark Andrews. Number 9, returning from injury, Noam Dar. Number 10, Cedric Alexander. Number 11, Akira Tozawa. Number 12, Jack Gallagher. Number 13, TJP. Number 14, Brian Kendrick. Number 15, Drew Gulak. Number 16, Tony Nese. And Leo Rush should be on there as well. Let me add him real quick. Leo Rush, the newest addition to the Cruiserweight division. Coming over from NXT. Oh, he's not assigned to be able to go for the title for some reason. There we go. Leo Rush looks like he's going to start off towards the bottom at number 16. Alright, and also, while we're at it, a quick roster note. Sami Zayn has been taken off of the roster. He is injured until around the next WrestleMania in 2019, so that's about a 9-month injury. We'll be keeping him off of so he'll be off of the roster for the rest of WITM Season 4 and part of WITM Season 5. Just note there. Moving on with the rankings updates. Next up, the Universal Championship rankings. Kevin Owens defeated Jinder Mahal to remain Universal Champion. Mahal moves down to number 4. So your Universal Championship rankings, Kevin Owens is Universal Champion. Number 1 contender of the Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley. Number 2, Dalton Roush. Number 3, Roman Reigns. Number 4, Jinder Mahal. Number 5, Seth Rollins. Number 6, Corey. Number 7, Braun Strowman. Number 8, Bobby Roode. And number 9, Finn Balor. And last but not least, the WWE Championship rankings. If I can find the WWE title, there we go. Kane defeated Samoa Joe to remain WWE Champion. Samoa Joe falls to number 2. Kane is still champion. Also within these rankings, Andrade Cien almost defeated Gerald. Almost not in these rankings, but Gerald is. He falls to number 7. So your WWE Championship rankings, the WWE Champion is Kane. Number 1 contender, John Cena. Number 2, Samoa Joe. Number 3, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 4, AJ Styles. Number 5, Daniel Bryan. Number 6, Randy Orton. And number 7, Gerald. Alright, now we can seek out our next WITM matchup. Our first show is main event. Corey is no longer eligible to compete on main events as he is in the top 5 of both the Universal and Intercontinental title rankings. And I'm going to have to, I believe Andrew and Mustafa Ali are both, yeah, they're both on top 5. Andrew is champion and Ali's in the top 5, so I'm going to have to edit that with 2 cruiserweights ranked 5 or below. So just give me a quick moment to head to the randomizer and figure out which 2 eligible cruiserweights are going to take their place. Actually, you know what? Let's just make it simple, and they're both eligible. We'll have it be the two cruiserweights that just were added to the cruiserweight roster. We'll have it be between Noam Dar, who is going to return from injury, and making his debut in the cruiserweight division, coming over from NXT, Leo Rush. That way we make it simple. You know, guys don't have to sit through me typing on the computer and nothing happening. Of course, stuff I would normally do off screen, but because we're streaming live and not through an Elgato until I can get a new one, we'll have to make do. And even once I have the Elgato, if you guys enjoy these live streams of pay-per-views, I will try to live stream every pay-per-view if you guys would like to see that. Alright, now we can sim this card. And we'll give you your rankings update for that. Mike Kanellis defeated Goldust. The Revival defeated the B-Team. And Leo Rush winning his Cruiserweight Division debut over the also returning Noam Dar. And how does that affect the rankings on Raw and 205 Live? Let's find out. We'll start off with the Intercontinental Championship rankings. Mike Kanellis defeated Goldust. Kanellis moves up to number 3. Goldust was down to 16. We won't read the whole thing again to save some time. This is the only changes from before. Kanellis moves to number 3. Reigns down to number 4. And Goldust down to 16. Strowman up to number 15. In the Raw Tag Team Division, the Revival defeated the B-Team. Revival remain champions. B-Team moved down to number 8. The Leaders of Worlds was up to number 7. And in the Cruiserweight Division, Leo Rush won his Cruiserweight Division debut against Noam Dar. Leo Rush moves up to number 15. Drew Gulak falls to number 16. And Noam Dar falls to number 10. Cedric Alexander moves up to number 9. Now we move on to the Raw main card, where we see Corey and or Dalton Roush in action. And the Shield are scheduled to take on Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. and Corey will not be in action. And I've heard breaking news, there's going to be an announcement from Dalton Roush regarding his WWE future on the next edition of Raw. So for the first time since we've gone live, we are going to be having a promo. It's going to be one half of SmackDown Tag Team Champions Dalton Roush. What could Dalton have to say? There's rumors rolling around. We will have to find out in episode number 85, but that is going to do it for episode number 84, our first ever pay-per-view live stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, if you guys enjoy these live streams for pay-per-views, let me know, and we will, even once I have the new Elgato, do this format for pay-per-views from now on, and then do the edited Elgato episodes for Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, Main Event, and NXT. If you enjoyed this first pay-per-view live broadcast, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted when we do go live again and when new episodes are released. Until episode number 85 tomorrow night, and that announcement from Dalton Roush. And depending on what it is, either Dalton in action or moving on to SmackDown, seeing if Gerald is in action. This is Corey with WITM Call Wrestling, signing off.